Hey everyone, this is Joanne coming to you live from New York. I'm also known as #UnicornBoss. So as you guys are jumping online tonight, go ahead and hit me up with some unicorn emojis since those are my jam. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and leave me a number 1. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. So super excited tonight, you guys. We're going to be doing a brand new keto kitchen recipe. So who here loves Greek food? If you love Greek food, go ahead and comment Greek below. Feel free to share with me what some of your favorite dishes are. I would love to hear about it. We're going to be trying something brand new tonight. So I always like to do quick and easy recipes with you guys and learn together. And I don't know if I can say this word. Oops, sorry. My tripod was on my recipe. But it's Spanakopita, okay? So have you guys ever tried Spanakopita before? If you have, comment in the comments, let me know. So I see a bunch of you guys jumping online. Welcome. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and leave me a number 1. Say hi and let me know where you're coming in from. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. By the way, if you're a brand new friend, don't forget to comment new below so that way I can circle back around and say hi to you. I love to say hi to my brand new friends, so don't be shy to comment new below. And if we're not friends yet, go ahead and send me a friend request and hit follow. And we're like 5 followers away from 1,000 followers, you guys. So if you haven't followed me yet, help a girl out. Click on the bottom here. It's going to pop up and you can do follow and see first. And then if you click up here, you can turn on your live notifications. So if you have a lot of fun on my page and you'll learn lots of things about keto, go ahead and give this video a quick share. I so appreciate your love and support. So I see all of the Greek comments. So we're doing Greek tonight, you guys. So if you love Greek food, comment Greek. And let me say hi to a few people real quick and we'll go ahead and get right started. So hi Matt, hi Christina, Leaf, Christy, Lisa, Jill. Who else do we have here? Some people are saying, what is I don't know if I can say this word, Spanakopita, okay? I'm probably gonna say it wrong 500 times, so just bear with me, okay? So welcome everybody. Hi Rosie, hi Becky. So Andrew, tonight we're making a Greek dish, okay? It's called Spanakopita, and it's basically a Greek dish. I can't comment like I'm an expert at all, but normally when you cook this dish, it's got those thin layers of the phyllo dough, and it's got nice crispy little crusts inside of it. So this is gonna be a keto version, and it's got cottage cheese in it, and I don't know, I thought it sounded yummy. It wasn't a lot of ingredients, looks pretty easy, so I thought we would give it a try together. Hi Claudia, welcome. Hi Ashley. So for those of you guys just jumping on, we're doing a Greek dish tonight. It's called Spanakopita without the crust. So we will see how it turns out. Yeah, Rosie. So, I mean, I don't know if it will do your name justice, but I'm going to give it a try. So we'll see how it goes. To go ahead and get started, I'm just going to put some, we'll start with a tablespoon of coconut oil. You could use your favorite cooking oil. It doesn't matter. Thanks for sharing, Leaf. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I'm excited to try this dish, you guys. I thought it sounded pretty dang cool, so we will see how it goes. It's not a lot of ingredients, so let me start to make it so you guys can see a little bit better. I've got 6 egg whites here. We've got an onion. We've got some cottage cheese. I've got my spinach here. It said it was okay to use frozen spinach, so that's what we have. I've got some feta cheese, some dill, nutmeg, and garlic. So that's it. And I brought out a little bit of riced cauliflower. I'm going to check and see. I didn't quite have enough spinach for the recipe, so once I mix it together, if it feels like it's just not enough inside of the mixture, I was gonna maybe put a few tablespoons or so of cauliflower if I needed it. So let's give it a go. We'll see how it goes together, you guys. So let me get my burner on. How's everybody doing today? Feel free to say hi. Tell me what you had for your keto dinner. I would love to hear about it. So, all right. And by the way, if you've messaged me, I'm really behind on my messages today. I got a little bit sidetracked, so I'm hoping after we cook and I eat tonight that we can get back on track. So I will get back to you. If you want to, feel free to message me again. That's totally fine. So once I've got some oil in the pan here, I'm going to start browning just a clove of garlic. So let me go ahead and get that going here. Okay, I'm just gonna let that get warm in the pan here and start getting a little fragrant. So, ooh, I see lots of comments. Let me go back to read and see where you're at. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for sharing, Lisa. Love you. So Leaf says he loves Spanakopita. Awesome. I do too. So we'll see if this does the real recipe any justice, because it's not going to have those thin, crispy layers. So we will see how it turns out. And I'll make sure I give you guys some really nice feedback on my page. Denise had sausage and cabbage. Day 2 going great. Awesome. Stuffed mushrooms for Jill. So proud of you. Keto chicken and cauliflower rice for Leaf. Claudia's fasting day 2. Oh my goodness, girl, you are brave. Although I do have to say, when I'm fasting, all I do is watch the Food Network. So I do like to watch people cooking food. So that is funny. Well, I wish you luck on your fast. Lisa's having miracle noodles with basil. Okay, very good. So I'm just watching this because it's starting to brown up very quickly. Turn this down. Okay. Going to go ahead and put some of the onion in here. So the recipe called for a half of an onion. I just figured it wasn't that big. I would just do a full onion anyway, since you know, it cooks down usually very nicely. So it's up to you guys how much onion you want to use. And hopefully I won't cry on live camera. You guys, for those of you that follow me, you know I tend to have a weakness with, hold on, there's like a really green piece here. Let me grab this. You guys know I have a weakness with onions, so if I cry on live camera, just forgive me. Ashley said she's having hamburgers with guacamole and a fried egg. That's amazing. Very keto. So proud of you. Thanks for sharing, Becky. Awesome. Hi, Terry. So here we go here. So I'm just getting these, I'm going to cook these till they're nice and translucent. You don't want to go fully all the way brown, because if they get fully caramelized, they can actually kick you out of ketosis. So that's a neat little keto hack for you. So just make sure when you're frying your onions, you don't let them get fully caramelized. Take them just to the edge. So, did everybody have a nice weekend? Anybody do anything fun that they want to share? Yeah, I'm like super sensitive to onions, Andrew. I'm actually like choking it back right now because the fumes are coming up. Hi, Cindy, welcome. Thanks for sharing, Ashley. I appreciate the love. So I see a few new viewers. If you're just jumping on, welcome. We're gonna try our hand at a keto Greek dish. It's called Spanakopita. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't know if I trust it because, you know, I'm partial to those really crispy, delicious layers. So we will see. Terry said she had a boring weekend. Okay. I stayed home too, and I didn't even do anything for the Super Bowl, so I'm sure some of you, I know Claudia made some really delicious keto food for the Super Bowl, so I saw that. Super proud of you. So it's just going to be a few more minutes here. This is the hardest part of the recipe, honestly, you guys. Once we're done with this, we're going to combine all of the ingredients. So, and then we'll bake it. So really easy peasy. If you're brand new to me, I only do quick and easy on my page. I used to have a very busy corporate job, was working anywhere from 50 to 60 hours a week. So by the time I got home, and I was brand new learning keto, I really could only do quick and easy. So I have lots of recipes on my page, so if you want to follow me, I know I've got a lot of great stuff that you will enjoy. Yes, I actually read, I can't remember where I read about the onions getting caramelized, breaking your ketosis, but I read it somewhere on some kind of forum or website, so I've been sticking to that ever since. Okay, so next step is we're supposed to add in our thawed spinach, I believe. Let me just make sure. I'm going to take this off the heat for a quick second. Okay, add onions and garlic, saute, and then add in the spinach and saute for 1 to 2 more minutes. So let me go ahead and do that. So the recipe calls for, by the way, you want to have, I think it's 16 ounces of spinach. So I only have 9 here. I only had 1 packet of spinach. I thought I had 2. So I might be a little short on spinach. So just be aware of that. If the recipe is looking a little off, it's just because I decided to roll with it anyway. So do you guys love spinach? I know when I was a kid, I hated spinach, but then as I got older, my taste buds started to change. I really love fresh spinach in salads, so I don't like my salad to be all spinach. Oops. Getting it everywhere. I just cleaned the stove too. I was trying to keep it nice and clean. Does anybody feel like that when you're cooking? You're like, oh no, I just cleaned it. But anyhow, I love fresh spinach topped on top of my salad. So I usually like to do, you know, romaine or green leaf lettuce with a little bit of fresh spinach. So I'm not a super fan of cooked spinach, but it's still delicious. So, but I wouldn't be caught dead eating this when I was a kid, that's for sure. So Vonda loves spinach, awesome. Oh, love you too, Terry. Cool, I'm seeing some spinach comments. Awesome, thanks for participating. So, yeah. So the recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm gonna just crack a little bit of salt and pepper on this, just to give it a little bit of something. I like to season my food just a little bit. It just brings out the natural flavor, I think. All right, let me set a timer for 60 seconds, and then we should be good to go, I think. So what are your favorite ways to eat spinach? I would love to hear about it. Hi, Tanya, welcome. So this is looking really good, and I'm glad I went with a full onion because you can barely see the onion that's in here. So like I said, you can feel free to use your own discretion, but I just felt like a half an onion wouldn't do very much. So love cream spinach. Oh, that's good. Let's see here. What did Lisa say? Tuscan mushrooms and spinach. That sounds amazing. I think I'll have to try that one next. Okay, let me go ahead and take this off the heat and let me show you guys what it looks like. So nothing too fancy. So you can see just a little bit of onion in there. It really cooked down nicely. So let me go ahead and see what the next step is. So next step is we're just gonna put it all together and get our casserole ready. So I'll be really interested to see how this turns out. So next step is we're supposed to mix together cottage cheese, egg whites, dill, and nutmeg in a large bowl until it's well blended. So the recipe does call for a very special kind of cottage cheese. It's called Friendship Whipped, so it must be a creamier version of cottage cheese. I'm a rebel, so I just went with plain old cottage cheese, you guys. So we'll see if this works or not, and I can give you guys feedback. But I figured I could just whip it around a little bit so that way it's not so separated. So it was 2 cups of cottage cheese, or 1 full 16-ounce tub if you had the whipped version. And then we're gonna do egg whites. So I've got 6 egg whites here. This was my first time, believe it or not, doing egg whites. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm learning in the kitchen, so I'm getting there. So this was a big deal for me. All right, let's see. I'm gonna move this a little bit closer so you guys can see. Okay, let's see if you can see. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so let's see how much dill we need. We need a half a teaspoon. All right, and then we're also going to do some nutmeg, and it's 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. I love nutmeg, you guys. Do you guys love nutmeg? I don't really put it in a lot of foods, but I really love it in usually drinks, you know, coffees and teas and special things like that. Of course, you know, when I wasn't keto, on eggnog, a little sprinkle. So, all right, we've got our nutmeg, and let's see here. Am I missing anything else? Okay, let's go ahead and start blending this together. Let me get a spatula or a whisk. Interesting, this almost turns into a batter. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I love nutmeg too, Claudia. It's so delicious. Okay. So check that out. Looks just like a batter, pretty cool. And I think if you had the whipped version, it would be even a little bit more creamy. So we'll see if this works okay like this. And then the next step is we're gonna add in our spinach mixture. I actually may take the spinach out. Let me just get the spinach out of the pan real quick. I just don't want it to cook the eggs, so I want to give it a minute to just cool down here in a normal bowl. So let me just get it out of the pan real quick for a few minutes, and then we'll put it all together and we'll begin to bake our casserole. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to cool off a little bit, I'm actually just gonna stir it a teeny tiny bit to release some of this heat in here. So what do you guys think of the recipe? Pretty quick and easy, right? Sounds pretty yummy and delicious. So, okay. Let me take a look at the feta. So once we mix the spinach into this mixture here, we're gonna add our feta in, and it's supposed to have 4 ounces of feta block that you've cut or crumbled is fine. And then we're going to just pour it in the casserole dish and cook it. So I've got here, this is 6 ounces of feta, so I'm just gonna use most of this container. I'm gonna just kind of roughly measure it. So, okay, let me see here. Okay, that's actually cooled off quite a bit, so I think this is gonna be fine. Let me go ahead and get this in here. I think I'm going to switch to a spoon. It's looking pretty green. Carol, I can't wait to hear what you think. First, wait to see how it turns out on my page, because I don't know, you guys. it doesn't look so appealing, but I'm sure it's gonna be yummy and delicious. I haven't had a keto recipe that I haven't loved yet, so who knows? Maybe this will be our first one, you guys. Okay, let me go ahead and get our feta in here and then we'll be all set. So I'm gonna do like maybe half of this. Actually, I guess I can take the big top off since we're using most of this. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, that's it, you guys. Let me go ahead and get it in the casserole dish. Hopefully this one won't be too large. This is the smallest one that I have, so we'll see. I'm glad that you guys think it looks awesome. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, there we go. Really nice and quick and easy, easy peasy. So I have a quick question for you guys. I was kind of considering putting some keto-friendly breadcrumbs on top so it would get like a little bit of a crust. They're made out of pork rinds and Parmesan and some herbs. Do you think we should just bake it like this or should we put a little bit of a crust on top? Comment and let me know and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the recipe here. So Julie said she missed the beginning. Did I use frozen spinach? Yes, I did actually. So calls for 16 ounces of frozen spinach. I only had 9 and you can see it looks really spinachy. So, you know, if you wanted to start with less and then add in if you needed it, that would be fine. So yeah, this was just some frozen spinach, some cottage cheese, egg whites, dill and nutmeg, and some feta. So, okay, so I see some of you guys are voting for crust, okay? So let's go ahead and do the crust. So these are my keto-friendly breadcrumbs, you guys. So if you want to check it out, I've definitely got the recipe for this. These are just processed plain pork rinds. I processed them in my food processor and got like a really nice fine crumble out of them. There's a little bit of Parmesan and some Italian seasoning in here. So this is also a really great way to add some additional protein and fat to your meals, and I just store them in the fridge so that way whenever I want to do a quick crust I don't have to make them, so I always make them in advance. So I just thought a little bit of this on top might be nice to kind of mimic the feeling of the phyllo dough when you normally have Spanakopita. I always say that word wrong, so just a little bit. Okay, there we go. What do you guys think? Really yummy and delicious. So super excited to try this one. Make sure you swing back to my page after. I always do a live taste test and provide some feedback for you. So if there's anything I want to tweak next time, I'll make sure I let you know up front to save you the trouble. We're gonna bake this for about 45 to 50 minutes. So I will post this a live taste test once I'm done with it. And if you guys had a lot of value and you enjoyed the recipe, make sure you give this video a quick share. Don't forget to friend me and follow me. And what else? If you want to be a part of my secret recipe group, go ahead and comment group below and I'll make sure I get you an invite. Thanks you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great night. I'll be back to chat with you again soon. Take care.